Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Tate and welcome to the FUCHS new packaging launch. With me today I've got Neville Montague, who's our commercial sales manager, and Andrew Cowling, who's our sales director. A little bit later on in the stream we'll be answering some of your questions, so please feel free to post them. I'd like to just give a bit more of a brief history about FUCHS Lubricants South Africa, and I'm actually going to ask Neville to give us a bit of a history about it.
It's been an interesting story for FUCHS. From our humble beginnings back in 1931 in Mannheim, Germany, this third generation family-owned business has grown from strength to strength. They did this through innovative solutions using cutting-edge technology to provide solutions to our customers. They also went ahead and invested in various countries and acquired oil companies in those various regions, to the point that we now have 58 businesses established worldwide. And South Africa's history very similar. Back in 1990, after the acquisition of Knoxville, Century Oils and National Oils, these three companies were merged and FUCHS South Africa was formed. At the time we had our head office here in Isando, 7 Diesel Road, that had some grease manufacturing facilities and limited lube facilities. The main blend plant for our small packs was down in Durban. And as we grew, management realized that we needed one central location, and the decision was taken to close the Durban blend plant and move it up to Isando. At the time, people may have frowned upon us moving away from the coast where most of our suppliers were, and I'm glad that we proved them wrong, because since then we've grown tremendously. In 2014, we acquired another company known as Lubricantine. This was a specialty grease company in the mining sector that added to our portfolio. Along with them came a company known as Lubrasa, which gave us local manufacturing of food-grade products. From there, we continued to grow. In 2018, we established a state-of-the-art grease plant, and while this was all happening, management knew that to continue growing, we needed to acquire properties adjacent to where we are, and this we've now done, and it's allowed us to build a brand new warehouse and new office block, which will be opening in 2022, and going from there, a new state-of-the-art blend plant is planned. With all of this, FUCHS has established itself in South Africa. We've got branches in Durban, PE, Cape Town, mining branches in Kuruman, Witbank and Springbok, and our staff complement is now touching on close on 260, with expansion for next year. So the future for FUCHS South Africa is really bright.
Fantastic. So really well established within South Africa. Now FUCHS also does venture into Southern Africa. I'm going to ask Andrew to just give us a bit of an insight. Andrew, where are we in Africa, and where do we plan on being in the future?
So I think similar to the South African business, also humble beginnings. If I had to look back 20 years, we had parcels of business, and in particular at the time, perhaps in Namibia and Zimbabwe only. Since then, the business has really branched out and grown. We've got distributors across most of the region now. FUCHS Southern Africa is responsible for the business in Sub-Saharan Africa. Today we've got distributors in Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, 2 distributors in Mozambique, one in the north, one in the south, Malawi, Mauritius, Tanzania, pushing into West Africa, into Ghana, Swaziland, Lesotho. So we've got a very, very good coverage, we believe. The distributors that we do have in Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Mozambique, and Tanzania have in the recent times become joint venture partners of ours, acknowledging the growth that they've achieved there and the desire for us to achieve our focus across multiple market segments, everything from mining, specialty products, commodity products, whatever. A differentiator, we believe, is that we've got such a wide. We believe that we've got the widest product range. As I say, we focus into all of those segments, but retail segment. In Africa, player in these markets, you have to in Africa, and it'll help project our growth.
That's continuously evolving. Being here today is with was and where Fuchs is going. We've got on our one Flex, and with me I've got the new packaging over here. So there's a huge difference. The bottle itself, there's a huge difference. Throughout this new launch, and safe on the environment. So now, Andrew, do you also give us a bit of an intro? What comes a customer?
On the right at the top, in what I think above it, we also see the German. When we spoke, and Barton typeface, and that's slight redesign, and then the viscosity grade is made large. So again, focusing on the easy. Clearly see the 5W30 viscosity grade in this example. Below it, we've got the pictogram, which is important for literacy. Important on the shelf, and it's a photorealistic pictogram. It's photorealistic. Almost appears as if the label has been printed onto the packaging itself. Product here, but according to product type. For best. In terms of the back of the product name is in, but our different. Start with the specification, which is in the Fuchs recommendations. Not carry the approval, but in our view, it's perfect of the product. Camera at the QR code, you'll be taken to our. Be able to get a full lubrication. We'll have a lubrication plan ready for you.
So that's very, very thoughtful. When we brought up the new bottle, the first thing he actually brought up was the functionality point. The bottle and so on.
Thanks, Ron. But I've got
Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Tate and welcome to the Fuchs new packaging launch. With me today I've got Neville Montague, who's our commercial sales manager, and Andrew Cowling,
It's very important for us in Africa, and it'll help project our growth further.
You know, it's great working for a company that's continuously evolving. And, you know, the whole point of us actually being here today is with the new packaging launch and the evolution of where Fuchs was and where Fuchs is going. So now with me, I've got the two products, and we've got on our far right-hand side here, the old Titan bottle, the Titan GT1 Flex, and with me, I've got the new packaging over here. So, I mean, the evolution is very evident. We can see by the labels, there's a huge difference. The bottle itself, there's a huge difference. And one of the slogans that Fuchs has actually adopted throughout this new launch is the easy to choose, the easy to use, and safe on the environment. So now, just a bit of, you know, the easy to choose part, the labeling itself. Andrew, do you also give us a bit of an introduction and a bit of an explanation on how these labels have changed and what customers can actually look out for?
Sure, thanks, Ryan. I think if we start on the right at the top, you see the Fuchs logo, and that takes prominence in what we're trying to. I think above, when we spoke to, and Titan typeface, a slight redesign on the Titan branding. Viscosity grade is made large, so customers which is important point of view to really make photorealistic. It's a pictogram, it's photorealistic. It almost appears as if the label has a gold on this different, have a bronze, so see more gold here in levels or specifications. So which is an industry standard. We start with the Fuchs. Again, where Fuchs recommends a product that might, in our view, back this. Last, we have the QR code, and you'll be taken to our Fuchs. You'll be able to get a full lubrication plan for your vehicle. Duty vehicle and agricultural for you.
That's very, very thoughtful label. But now on the easy to use, when we brought up the new bottle, the first thing he actually brought up was the functionality point of the bottle and so on.
Thanks, Ron. As from my mechanical background, function always took preference over form, but I've got to mention, and it being conformed across the range of all our pack sizes, from the 200 ml, 500 ml, 1 litre, and the 5 litre, there's a. He'll know that that is the Fuchs shelf with all the Fuchs products on it. Previously, we had different color bottles and maybe a little bit confusing to the customer, which is Fuchs. So this is really impressive. To view, they've strengthened support during transport, because you don't want of it, so that's great. There's fancy handles are nice to get hold of, and bottle. The opening is substantially smaller than the new bottle. The size makes, and when pouring the oil. Stability. Yeah. Not great. Gives you that great stability. Still keeping the top handle, so when you walk out the shop, easy to carry. So hopefully our customers.
Itself that's changing. It's the amounts that we're putting in our packs. Neville, you that we're changing to, and why are we actually making these changes?
Traditionally, liters and smaller packs came in a 20 by 1 litre or 20 by 500. The customer doesn't need 20 litres of 1 litres to do a gearbox change on an up-end market vehicle where he needs 2 or 3 litres. So changing the 20 to the end user, and with our 5 litres we're changing to 3 by 5. Again, after the surveys that were done, this is what the market was leaning towards, and we're falling in line. It allows our customers to sitting on their floor. The thing that's great, lower weight, 20 pick up in the. This also to carry out 15 litres. The guys into account, making sure that it's easy on their back. Great changes, and definitely focus.
Fuchs actually focuses on, which is our lubricants, our technology, and our people. Is the people aspect. Easy to use. Now, Fuchs is neutral. Explanation on how Fuchs is trying to achieve.
As you say in the slogan, 10 years, Fuchs is really its sustainability aspects taken into account when this redesign was done. So a lot of consideration in for it. You're going to get a lot more product out of here than you would have that's left in the packaging. Important to note as well is that the product is made from recycled material. You know, the sustainability minded the aspects that we've been proving. We've put a lot of initiatives in place to become CO2 neutral. So as of 2021, every Fuchs affiliate globally is now officially CO2 neutral. So very important for the business, but it's something that even our CEO, Stefan Fuchs, it's close to his heart. So just in short, the product is recycled. Its improved emptying characteristics is also very important on the environment. And bottom line is that if you buy this product, you're contributing to a CO2 neutral environment.
It's great to hear how Fuchs is a forward-thinking company and looking after future generations with the environmental aspect. Now, onto the actual Fuchs family itself that's going to be going through this change. Neville, do you just want to give us a bit of an explanation as to what part of the Fuchs family is actually going to be making this change?
The focus is on our retail segment. The ranges that we are taking across, Titan, which is our premium, which is our agricultural offering, Silkaline, pertaining to the bikes and off-road, then auxiliary product known as Maintain, which is our coolants, cleaners, brake fluids, and two-stroke, and then our biodegradable offering known as Planto. The only one not coming with us is William Penn in terms of the brand. Formulation, though, definitely coming across with us.
Now, a lot of people in the retail space actually don't know that William Penn is Fuchs. We have tried to integrate our logo onto the bottle for a number of years already, just to tie that link together. Andrew, the William Penn thinking to not actually bring the range with us as well. What was Fuchs' idea on this?
Yeah, I think it was quite a tough decision. William Penn has been a household name in South Africa for many, many years. And I think if you talk to people, this potentially used William Penn. So it is a household brand, and it still has a bit of a following for us. The reality, though, is that it has been a declining brand. We've noticed in our retail segment that as Fuchs has been growing, so William Penn has been declining. In certain products, there are some strong sales still, but we do believe that through the marketing that we're doing of Fuchs these days, it doesn't make sense to have the two brands side by side because we're not investing anything in the William Penn marketing. So that was the one aspect from a marketing perspective. I think the drive and awareness that we're trying to do through our spare shops customers at this stage, our retail customers, our distributor network, it's important, the look on the shelf. If you look at the old packaging of William Penn going into this new packaging, it's definitely a lift, and it's going to look far better on those customers' floors. So the drive and awareness that we'll create with moving to this, we'll educate customers on the reasons for the change on the shop floor, and hopefully drive more sales through the Titan brand and maintain and the rest of the brands that we are moving them to. Also, I believe it's taking a premium. So just the look and feel of this bottle versus the old William Penn bottle. William Penn was never a cheap brand by any means, but it was a good product, but perhaps positioned better in the Titan and Fuchs bottles as it will be in future. Additionally, in Africa, William Penn doesn't mean anything to those markets. William Penn was very much a South African brand. So with our growth in Africa, it's also important that the naming conventions and the brands that are pushed into Africa match what they understand and what they know. And again, it's about the money that we put behind our marketing initiatives. We won't be putting money behind William Penn any longer. So sad to see it go, and I know there'll be some long-term distributors of ours that will be sad to see it go. But at the same time, we look to the future, and we believe that this is the way forward with the Fuchs brand.
Absolutely agree with you there, Andrew.
Sorry, one comment on that. I'd like to say same, but better. William Penn formulation still in the bottle, but just a better look all round.
Absolutely. And actually onto that look, with the bottle changes and so on, Andrew, when can we actually expect to see these products or the new packaging rather, on shelves?
Ryan, the launch date is actually now the 15th of November, and we will have new packaging coming through our lines as of today. It'll be a bit of a phase-in, phase-out approach, so it won't be everything at once. And the plan is that there'll be predominantly Titan branded products that will be moving into the new packaging, while the William Penn branded products will be moving in February. So we can expect a gradual phase-in, phase-out, both in November and February. And the expectation is that by a point in March, maybe early April, there'll be no more old packaging going through our plant. So I'm looking forward to next year seeing all new packaging on our customers' shelves.
Well, guys, that's it from the new packaging launch. At the beginning of this, we asked for a couple of questions and so on. And let's actually get through to some of those questions. So the new launch is focused on the automotive range. Andrew, is there any plans to rebrand any of the other product lines?
Ryan, no. At this stage, it's only the automotive range, which is the Titan branded bottles. Our industrial products will remain exactly the same. So no change on the horizon just yet. There may be some changes to some products that we're looking at in the new year, but more on that next year.
All right, fantastic. Another question that came through here, how important is the retail small pack segment to Fuchs growth in Africa? Andrew, would you want to take it?
I think it's critical, Ron. We are always known for our industrial product range. We're known for our heavy duty focus. The retail small pack segment is huge in Africa, and it's an important segment to focus on. So we see it as a strategic part of our business. And we believe that we're going to see great growth into the future there.
Okay, great stuff. And then another question here that came through. Tell us a bit more about the oil chooser. You know, the lubricant plans that customers can actually get off the website. What can they?
Okay, so we're not alone. I think there are other businesses out there that have good lubricant choosers and lubricant plans. But I think the benefit with our lubricant chooser and plan is the fact that we've got such a wide range, that we have got solutions for so many applications, for so many vehicles. So I think that's one of the differentiators we have. I think we push it a lot more than perhaps others do. So I think it's a great tool. You know, somebody's in a spare shop or one of our distributors, they are very quickly able to help themselves in finding what the right product is for their application.
Okay, cool. And then also, sorry, another question that comes through here. William Penn, has that been completely sold, or is it just being phased out? What's happening with William Penn?
So it's just been phased out. No plan to sell it. We wouldn't want to compete with ourselves in the market. So I know that a few people would ask us about that and may ask us about that, but no. It's a brand that Fuchs still owns, and no plans on selling that off run.
Okay, cool. Another question that's come through here. I mean, we've got 10,000 line items, so this is someone that knows our range a bit. How often, the question was, how often does Fuchs actually add or take off products within their range?
So complexity is important to manage. From a plant perspective, it's important that we manage our complexity carefully to make sure that we keep our continuity of supply up. But at the same time, product life cycle, there will be new products that we're bringing into the market all the time as OEMs change their requirements. But then at the other side of the product life cycle, there will be products that we see the volumes die off, and naturally those products will start removing from our range. As far as possible, we try and ensure that we do not leave our customers without a solution. So if we do remove something, we always try and make sure that there's a product that we can replace it with.
Okay, great stuff. Someone's asked about the shelving, their heights on their shelving. I mean, if we look here, the bottles are very, very close in the same height. Neville, do you want to just, is there a bit of a height difference between the 5s and the 1s?
Yeah, Ryan, on the 5 litre bottle, there's a 7.5 mil increase in height in the new packaging. And on the 1 litre, there's about a 6 mil difference in height. Jack Frost, Jack Frost William Penn bottle, I think it is a bit more than 7.5. But yeah, we did take into account that shelving could be affected. So yeah, that's an increase.
All right, perfect. And then moving from the William Penn to the Fuchs, a question that's asked here, I mean, the nice new fancy bottles that we're coming in with, is there going to be a price difference now that we're doing this change?
No, there's no change in the actual packaging price, so it shouldn't affect the selling price to our customers. But what you are getting is a much better looking bottle that's noticeable, and hopefully that will help it walk off the shelf.
Absolutely perfect. So that's it, guys. That's all the time that we have for questions and so on. But please feel free to carry on commenting in the comment section, and we'll get back to your comments as soon as we can. Just to say thank you for everybody, all the stakeholders involved during this launch of the new core bottle. You know, all the stakeholders, we really and truly thank you for your time. But a special thanks to marketing. I mean, the stuff that you guys have done in the background is really exceptional. And just like to thank you also for watching. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
thanks
thank you,
everybody.
Neville,
Thanks
as well. Sorry guys.
Sure.
Thanks guys. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.